This is Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Sierra 117, and you're listening to Podcast Unlocked, the world's #1 Xbox podcast. Now, finish this fight. Master Chief, out.
What's up, everybody? IGN's Nick Lamone here, live from the PAX show floor here at the Trolley Sour House. We are just moments away from today's live recording of Podcast Unlocked, but I am joined by a very special guest. In case you hadn't noticed already, it is none other than Backyard Baseball's very own Pablo Sanchez. Everyone, a round of applause, please, please, please. Now, Pablo, I know what you're here for, so I'm just gonna give you one of these. Send you on your way. You have a game to release, so please go release this video game. Backyard Baseball releases July 9th on Xbox consoles and all major platforms. But now, it is time for today's live recording of Podcast Unlocked. So take it away, Podcast.
Hey, IGN is live here in Boston, Massachusetts, and we're doing Podcast Unlocked here on the show floor, PAX East 2026. You love to see it. I'm so excited because I am joined in person. We're not doing Zoom calls no more. We're in person with Miranda Sanchez.
Hi, hello.
And we don't got Ryan McCaffrey. I'm sad about that, but we do have another old head in the building. It's Seth Macy.
What's up, everybody?
And if you want to hear the sultry tones of one Seth Macy, I'm gonna need you to read some info for the folks out there watching and listening.
Why, thank you, Michael. Excuse me, but we are boots on the ground at the Trolley Sour House, located in the heart of PAX East. Trolley has partnered with Xbox to celebrate their 25th anniversary by giving you the chance to devour different flavors of specially marked Trolley Sour Bright Crawlers and Trolley Gummy Pops. Purchase participating Trolley and Trolley Gummy Pop products to unlock free in-game content for Xbox games like Forza Horizon 6, Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred, and World of Warcraft Midnight. And in addition to the in-game items, up to 10 grand prize winners will receive an Xbox gaming package, including a ROG Xbox Ally handheld gaming device. Let's go! Xbox wireless controller, Xbox headset, and digital codes for Forza Horizon 6, Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred, and World of Warcraft Midnight. And up to 15 first-place winners will receive select digital codes for the 3 featured games. Just visit trolley.com/Xbox for more details. Plus, the kind folks at Trolley and Xbox have even given us an Xbox ROG Ally and digital in-game content to give away. And as a special bonus, we're also giving away some more exclusive World of Warcraft in-game items courtesy of Cumberland Farms to some folks here at PAX. By the way, my main accent just came through. It's impossible to say it any other way. Cumberland Farms to some folks here at PAX and a few of you folks at home watching. Just visit IGN.com/rewards for a chance to win. If you missed the codes, you can head to Cumberland Farms and other EG America locations from now till April 28th and get entered for a chance to win a ROG Xbox Ally by purchasing any size Hyperfreeze and a bag of Trolley for $3. You literally cannot buy anything for $3 anymore. Check out details in the Smart Rewards app. But if you're at PAX East, come find the Trolley Sour House. But back to you, Michael.
Hey, and you know that Unlocked is all about Xbox, everything happening in games, so we are going to talk about games. And the first thing I want to talk about is being here at PAX East. I come every year. I love it out here. The vibes are great. I got to see all my East Coast friends, but we're also out here to play some games too. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff we've been playing. There was an Xbox partner showcase yesterday.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that because that was real meaty. There's a lot of great stuff to break down over there. But I want to get a vibe check from y'all.
Okay.
How's PAX been for you? I'm going to start with you, Miranda. Tell us how you're vibing out here in Boston.
I haven't been back in like 8 years. And so I was just like, man, what do you even do at PAX? And I was like, well, apparently I spent a lot of money. But I've gotten really into tabletop lately.
Nice.
And so they have a lot of really sick tabletop booths. Like there's this one booth that had their own like coffee and tea that they brew or like put together specifically for like tabletop adventure kind of things. And their art was incredible. I feel bad. I don't remember what the name was, but fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of dice, a lot of cool artists. doing neat like RPG adjacent art and also just other great gaming art. So yeah, it's been a good time. I've mostly just been running around and talking to people. I also saw Master Chief this morning.
Oh, really?
And that made me so happy.
Jonathan 117 himself.
He was so tall. I was like, John,
Jonathan.
It's like, can I wanted to take a photo. I didn't have time. But yeah,
you
the
could flick
cosplay.
up with them one time.
I was like running over here to record the show. You know, it's like I gotta.
Oh, you just saw him on the way here.
I literally just saw him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bring him on.
I know. We
Where's
gotta
he
go
at?
find John. Where are you? We gotta go find him. But
we're looking for one Jonathan 117. Please come to the Trolley Sour House. That's cool though.
Yeah. He was sick.
Yeah, it's always nice. It's nice to see. It's nice to see my coworkers out here because when I come through, I'm like usually on my own. But it is nice to see y'all. But Seth,
yes,
these are your streets.
These are my streets. I run them.
Kind of,
sort of.
You ask anyone out here, they know who Seth Macy is.
Oh yeah,
I see Pablo Sanchez, the goat, over there.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, he's on the floor
he's my
too.
Cousin. He's not actually my cousin, but he could be.
He could be.
He could be.
Could be. So yeah, what's it like to see everyone in your backyard?
Oh, I love it. This is my 12th PAX East in a row.
Nice.
My 13th PAX overall. I've been coming every year since 2012. So I am an old head, and I just love it. Like, there's a lot of people from Maine here. Who knew? A lot of people with accents like mine. It feels nice. It feels homely. But it's PAX. I love it here. The community's awesome. I'm part of the PAX East unofficial group online, and it's just or on Facebook.
Sure.
And everyone's like, hey, if you see me, say this, and I'll give you a button or a pin. And I saw a guy yesterday. I was like, I remember you from the group. He's like, well, then here you go. And he gives me a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I love PAX so much. I love coming here. I would be so mad if I had to miss it. But it's cool because I used to come here as a fan. I used to sleep on the floor of hotel rooms, and now I come here for work, and I get to hang out with you guys and eat, sour bright crawlers and have a good time.
Yeah, you got it.
It is nice to have a little treat at the table. It's rare that we're encouraged to eat on camera, and this is the time where I'm like, well, it's nice, except also a little sour. So yeah.
I try to limit it when we are recording a normal episode of Unlocked. I know Tayo's going to get mad at me if I'm drinking and eating on the podcast. Also, that's just bad manners. But out here, there's no rules out here on
I keep
PAX.
stealing
Boston,
sets.
baby.
They're so tasty.
Wait, you keep what? You keep what?
I'm stealing.
She's stealing mine.
Sour bright crawlers.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I keep hunting down specifically the red and pink, or the pinkish red and blue ones.
They're all the same.
Those are my favorite. No, they're not the
they're
same.
different. Oh, okay.
I mean, they are. They are. They're basically the same. But for me, for my own mental health, they are different.
Because you
simply
said
because I love those colors.
Yeah.
And I would like to devour them.
You said that your kid was like, no, I like the different colors of it.
Yeah, my son will eat half of one, and he's like, no, the yellow is gross, and it's like,
and I would
it's the same.
But I would
thing.
I would do the same thing as a kid too. I'm like, wait, no, I want the different. I want the yellow ones because I like lemon flavor, but it's all the same.
Well, joke's on him because then I find a bag of half-eaten candy that I can just have. That's mine.
All right.
I mean, I guess I paid for it in the first place, but still, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's all you, buddy. But being at PAX, we are also out here playing games.
Yeah.
Lots of demos. One of the things I love about PAX itself is that you're going to find hidden gems. You have showcases for all the big AAA games and all that, but there's so much more out there, so much variety, a lot of independent developers, a lot of local developers too.
Yeah.
I've been surprised.
Yeah.
The Boston game development scene is kind of wild. But we got to play a few games. This is only the second day, so we didn't get to explore all the show floor, but we still have some games on deck. I want to toss it to Miranda.
Yep.
What have you played here on the show floor that impressed you?
I have played a few things. Yesterday, I was basically zooming, trying to find cool little gems on the floor. As you said, it's. I miss E3 a lot, and so anytime I can get that vibe of just discovery at an event like this, it fills my heart. And I did here too, because you get to sit with these devs and get to talk to them about their game. They're so proud and excited to share. The first one that I played was Memorial Wake, or the first one that really stood out to me.
Yep.
And it is an isometric RPG, kind of in the vein of Death's Door and Tunic. But it's really hard. And so I asked if I could share this quote, but their technical director said they think Sekiro is easy and has tuned the game to that level of difficulty. And everyone else on the team, they're like, no,
please
it's too hard. It's too hard. And it was hard.
Yeah,
Like a good challenge, though. And that's something I kind of like looking for in a lot of games these days. It's like, do you get a parry? Am I going to learn how to parry your game? Yeah. Cool.
You a fan of parrying?
I have grown to love parrying.
Oh,
I used
nice.
to hate it, and now I'm like,
I love that.
I want to figure out parrying. Like, I've really liked in games like skill shots. Like from my league days, I loved figuring out skill shots and other things. And now my new next thing that I'm loving to learn to do well is parrying. And so this one has that. So Memorial Wake is about a person who basically falls into a dream because their friend has been taken into this dream and they have to go find them. And so each level is like an aspect of their life that they're kind of like revisiting and dreaming about, and kind of almost nightmare scenarios.
Okay.
So like the first one was like when they were a kid and they're telling me, it's like, yeah, there's like this neighborhood cat that they're really scared of. So it comes on as like more aggressive and a little bit more spooky. And then there's one where they're in college and there's an advisor who is like really awful. And so they come out to be like super monstrous. And so just I love like literally dream games because you can just get so weird with what you're doing. And this one seems like it has a really good potential for that. So they said it's about 10 to 12 hours long or so. Okay. So this is one of the nice things is I was able to ask almost every dev, how long is your game? Because like, listen, I want to be here. I want to be playing these games. But also I'm really, we've talked about this so much on Unlocked.
Yeah.
We're like, y'all, I just want to beat a game.
I know.
I don't need to spend, I already have a few games that are going to go on for the rest of my life. So if I could have some that I could beat in a weekend, that'd be really sick. Or like a few days if I'm like really, grinding at it. So this is one of those that looks cool. But it is made by 7 people who all went to college together talking about people that are kind of local. Mm-hmm. And they developed it as part of a club. And then they just kept going. And then they made this game. And so they're putting it out soon. It's really cool.
Memorial Wake, that is. That is. And if you're at PAX, you can find that, play it yourself as well.
Yeah.
Let's see, Seth. Do you have anything to share? I know you've been busy with other things.
I've been busy with work.
Give you a try.
But I've done like my quick tour around. I wanted to shout out this game called Royalty Free for All, and I like 3 or 4 years ago, it was like the last day of PAX, and this guy comes up to me with a Steam Deck, and he's like, "Hey, I'm developing a game."
Just a loose Steam Deck.
Just a loose, and he's like, "Here it is. It's on my Steam Deck." He's using like all like royalty-free characters that are like a vein. It's like a Smash Brothers with that, and like every year. Like I see him and it's a little bigger. Now he's got like a whole team now. And like this year I get a like an email from Kit Ellis who, from Kit and Krista, the store for Nintendo.
Yeah. Shouts out
and now he does he's got a PR firm and it's like, hey, you should go check out this game I'm representing called Royalty Free for All. I was like, dude, this is like, it's such a cool come up. And like every time I see him, it's like, it's such a like fun time. And yeah, the game's coming along. They added a new character. So definitely if you're here, like go check out Royalty Free for All. But also, I played Quake 3 Arena on an original.
You're washed.
Like what Windows XP like gaming computer.
That is such a Seth-ass thing to do.
Oh yeah, they had the CRT set up. It was.
I kind of want to wait. You gotta after the show. Show me where that's at because
that's kind of sick.
I kind of want
awesome. And the best part was the CRT. This is something so stupid. It's only for old people.
All right.
No one had degaused the CRT yet, and I got to do it.
What does that mean?
You can't do it anymore, but back on CRTs, you had to like magnetically like remove it, and you'd hit the thing, and it would go bong, and it would just it's so satisfying. Can't do that anymore. Kids will never know.
Kids these days,
I got
to
do it. It may be the last time in my life that I get to degauss a monitor. Oh my god!
Never say never. I mean,
that's true. I like.
Come on, man.
You just did it this weekend, so
that's true.
Yeah,
dreams really do come true at PAX.
Yes. And speaking of dreams, I don't know. I got nothing to segue into that.
Kurosawa's landmark film, Dreams. Yes.
Yeah, and or if you want to talk about Jack the Ripper, apparently Jack the Ripper is like people know who this guy is. Apparently, I don't have much context.
They solved the mystery.
Did they? Well, if you want to solve the mystery in a multiplayer sense, there's a game called 4 Penny Coffins.
Oh,
it is.
Oh yeah.
You saw it too?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of sick. That might be my low-key my hidden gem of the show is what I'll say.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a social deduction game. So if you played Among Us or if you played any of the tabletop versions of a social deduction game where one person is like undercover, they're the killer, but you're supposed to find out who they are. You don't know who they are, so you kind of piece clues together. You work with other players to figure out who that is. Social deduction, 4 Penny Coffins is a really interesting spin on it. So it takes place in 1888 London, Whitechapel. What it is, though, the murderer is Jack the Ripper, but they're all normal people. All players show up in this world as normal people. They're in the streets of Whitechapel. And so the conceit is that Jack the Ripper, whoever's the Ripper, is going to murder someone. And all other players are going to eventually discover that body. But in the opening phase of the match, everyone has to like do jobs and earn money, and they just go about doing objectives. So everyone's just kind of like screwing off, going about their life, and like Whitechapel's not a great place too, so it's kind of like this impoverished place, so everyone's trying to get by on each other, and you have to do some shady things to earn money. So that's one phase of it. The reason why you want to earn money is because once you discover the body and you want to uncover the evidence, you need to go to like vendors, be like, oh, this person was murdered with this weapon, so it must be that weapons vendor over there, but I'm gonna bribe them to get the receipts so I can see who bought it at what time, and then you kind of like work backwards at there. So there's a lot of mechanics going on aside from just trying to figure out who the murderer is.
Right.
The one thing I'm curious about is how the game flows, because there's so many more mechanics on top of just trying to figure out who the murderer is. But I got to see a demo of it. It looks cool. It has like this PS1-esque Oberdin art style.
Grabbed me was like the art style. It was just like so incredible and amazing, and like it's like lo-fi, but it also has this kind of like creepy feel to it.
Yep.
Like it looks awesome. Yeah. Absolutely.
That was probably the most impressive game I've seen so far.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like what they're doing. Also, local Boston game developers.
Nice.
Wicked good.
Wicked good. I'll go tell them. They can put that. That's a box quote right there. You know what I'm saying? So 4 penny coffins. I think that's really cool. I'm going to keep my eye on that one. And Miranda, what else do you got? Do you have anything else?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
There was a game that literally stopped me in my tracks. Like I was trying to get ready to leave. They're like, hey, closing in 10 minutes. Get out of here, basically. And I was like, all right. And then I look over and I see a poster among many others. Like it was kind of a booth with a bunch of different demos for a game called Lunarium.
Yes.
And I said, who are you? And I was just like kind of looking, and they're like, oh, do you want to try? I was like, I have 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
The notes literally say stopped in your tracks.
Yes.
Damn.
So this is reading the description. An atmospheric fantasy ARPG. You play as Ave, a light armored knight who teams up with Lune or Lune. I don't know how they pronounce it in this one yet. A mysterious starfarer. Together they journey to save a dying world, engaging in challenging battles to retrieve the lost glow of the stars and forsaken memories, unveiling cosmic secrets. And so it just has like this really grand scope. And I love games that have, when you get a buddy, right? And this is the kind of buddy pairing I really love, which is like a cool female knight, like with some cool armor, and then like a mage or somebody else with them. And that's kind of what it is. So they have this like, really cool dynamic. The action was so fun, just like immediately fun. Again, another parrying game where you have to like really think about like what you're doing in order to like parry, to break enemies like armor and stuff. Sometimes like it's really inefficient to not parry. And then one of the elements that I really like, so you're playing as this knight, is so as you are fighting, there's like this charge attack you can do that kind of helps you build up this other form of charged energy that when you have enough, it has your companion like shoot magic arrows or like a super cool beam to like get something that's really far away. So there's an element of puzzle solving there that looks really cool. I am stoked for this. It is out in May. Apparently it was a Steam Next Fest demo last year and I just completely missed it. And then kind of in the vein of being a shorter game, they said it's about 8 hours long.
Okay. Hey,
and
there
I was
you go.
Sick. I am going to just devour this
Yeah.
someday. I'm going to get all my snacks. I was
2
looking,
sittings.
Yeah, I was
maybe
looking
one.
through the menus too, and like they use like for I guess upgrades. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet, but they use embroidery and like I'm in my
God, this is
my
the most Miranda
fiber
Sanchez
art
game.
era. So
How
I was
much
like,
stationery is involved
Yeah.
in this game?
They did have some stickers that I could take. So
there you go.
I was just like, perfect for my journal. So I was like, this is just lining up to be such a fantastic time. And I really hope like that delivers really well. I didn't get to do a boss fight with the short time I had. I didn't play for 4 minutes to say, like I did stay past the line. They were like, get out of here. And I was like, and the person playing with me was like, please just let her play a little more. And he was very polite. And then so the enforcer was like, I'll sit here with you so you can play this game. I was like, you're the best.
That's the magic of PAX.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone gets it.
Yeah,
So,
it was a great time. So I kind of want to go back and go play more of it.
What was
later
this game
today.
called again?
Lunarium.
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 Yeah,
I was
so-
going to say Lunarium. Lunarium, though.
You could go because it's Luna and then RIUM. So you could see it a few different ways.
All right.
Lunarium,
Check that
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Couple things that I played in addition to 4 penny coffins. We should probably talk about Kiln.
Yeah. It's here.
Yeah, Double Fine is here at PAX, as they usually are. Kiln is playable. I didn't get to play it at GDC's Day of the Devs, but I did get to play a little bit here. And of course, Double Fine is one of Xbox's premier developers, and they're doing something different. If you haven't seen Kiln before, it's a game where it's a multiplayer game where you make pottery, you make a pot, and depending on how you build it, it serves as its function once you get into the match. So there's this kind of build crafting element to it, and also improvisation. I don't know how to say improvisation.
There you go.
There's a level of improv to it.
Yeah, there we go. Some yes and.
Nailed it in 5. So there's an element of improving what your pot looks like. So you just go in. I mean, here on the demo floor, like everyone wants to start playing, so I'm just throwing it together. I don't really care what it looks like. But yeah, it's really impressive because of how intuitive it is. The pottery stuff, I was worried that it was going to be like too difficult to figure out. It might have taken a long time, but it's very, very easy to figure out. That's intuitive. That's credit to how it controls. And in match, it's also very intuitive.
Nice.
It's objective-based, team-based. So I almost think of it as Supergiant's Pyre, but with a little bit more variation in terms of what the objectives are. And it's just so cute. I think like Double Fine never misses when it comes to art direction. And that's one of the charming things about it. Like, I want to play this game because it is charming and it makes me feel good.
And the humor.
Yeah.
It's always the humor, too.
Yeah. It's a very expressive game. It's like pottery. How is that going to charm me? You got to play this. It's playable here at PAX. Long line, but I do think it's worth it.
They'll have a open beta somewhat soon as well,
yes.
too. So I got to play a little bit as well, and it was so fun. It is just one of those things. So the objective, if you haven't seen, is that you are playing against another team of pots, and you got to pick up water and go get their kiln extinguished by throwing water in it. That is all you're doing. And so that basic principle is just so... not necessarily easy, but just because it's so simple, it lets you not have to think too hard about like what you're going to do, and instead can think about the field. So as you're saying, the different pots have different abilities. So depending on how you shaped your pot or a pot that you choose, you can just have different attacks, or you have more water capacity, or you're more about attacking and have very little water capacity, but you have more health. So it's just kind of cool how that balances out pretty well too. And it's just easy to hop in, have a really good time, and then be done with it. Like, that's kind of what it felt like. I was like, man, I could just play this
Drop
like
in,
1 or
drop
2
out.
rounds. Yeah.
Deal,
And I feel like it's been really hard to find a fun multiplayer game like that.
Yeah.
That is like lower stakes, but so fun. Like, even if you lose, it's just a great time.
Yeah.
And I don't have to learn a meta or like
Or do you?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, there are things there, but they're like
Competitive kiln.
like all these layers of complexity, whereas this is just pretty straightforward in a good way. Like, I think that's a bit refreshing because I don't necessarily want to have to spend however many hours learning all the depth of this game. I'm a Dota player, so I'm like, I already have Dota, guys. I need something
like,
simple.
You're going to have a top laner in Kiln. You're going to have a jungler in Kiln.
Yeah. Yep.
You're going to have a tier list of the different pots. I'm not sure if it'll get to that, but like that's the important part for a lot of things like this is like,
and it's creative.
It needs to be intuitive. It needs to be easy to jump into. So yeah, Kiln is really cool. I think it is I would say it's one of the bigger games of the show. Want to give a quick shout out to Warframe. I played the Shadowgrapher update, came out this week, and there's a Switch 2 version of it. But I got to play the new content that came with it and the new Warframe Folly. I don't know how many folks out there play Warframe, but there is a large community. If you are part of it, then you know that the new Warframe Folly is has some really interesting abilities and there's a new game mode too it's not necessarily a social deduction. It's more of like you hop into this, you have objectives, and then there's like randomized modifications in this map. So you don't know if you're going to be like low grav, if you're going to be like taking damage, if your vision's going to be like, it's just all these random things. And you also have Folly, which is the new character in Warframe, kind of chasing you around Mr. X style from like Resident Evil or like Nemesis style. So there's this, there's this extra layer to it. And it's really weird because Warframe is in a phase in which they're experimenting with a lot of different modes, and they have done this historically. And so, but this is probably one of the more out there ideas that they've had. But the new Warframe is cool. The new mode is interesting. I want to see where they can go with that. But that dropped this week. I got to play it here at PAX. So there's that, and a little game called Grim Trials, which if y'all watched the Southeast Asian Games Showcase last year, which we streamed here at IGN, Grim Trials was one of the games there. It's kind of Hades-inspired, heavily inspired by Hades, roguelike action game out of developers from Southeast Asia. So I played that here on the show floor. Feels good to play. And for action games, that's what you need. And I want to talk about Brigadine. Brigadine is at the NIS booth. And if you are itching for some Fire Emblem type strategy games, and you're not playing on Nintendo, Brigadine might fill that gap. It's an early build of the game, but it is a hex-based, turn-based strategy game. Hella anime characters, so
it's NIS, so yeah.
I walk by the NIS booth and I see like anime characters plastered on the walls. I'm like, you got me. I pulled up, I played some Brigadine. Brigadine Abyss is what it's called. I saw it in a showcase not too long ago, and I was like, I want to play that. So I played it. The tactics are there. Art styles, kind of hit or miss, but I like what I played of it. I think that's what's important for a tactics game.
Yeah.
So if you are itching for a Fire Emblem style game, Brigadine Abyss is where it's at. You have anything else, Miranda, before we move on to our breakdown of the Xbox Partner Showcase?
Yes, one more that I think we both played, which was Cat Secretary.
Cat Secretary, oh my God, how did I almost forget?
Yes.
Oh.
So this one was so fun. Because it is about a cat who gets hired at a building that is supposed to be kind of like our animation company that's like a parody of Disney, and it's like leaning more into automation and AI. And they're like, yeah, sure, why don't we hire a cat? And it's like, okay. And so like every day it's about you trying to help maintain employee morale. And so what you're supposed to do is like you have to go fill the coffee because that boosts morale. Like you have to do some files. And so through all these tasks, what you do is eventually, by leveling up, you get like access to more of this building. And I think you can also eventually apply for like promotions and continue on. And it is so charming. I think I've been really looking forward to more pet games, dogs or cats, especially cats though, where they're just kind of causing a little bit of chaos, but like with a purpose. And this has that vibe to it. So it was really fun.
Yeah, I passed by. I'm like, oh, precious baby. I love cats so much. Oh my God. And if you get to be a cat that like screws around, there's like two phases to it. Like during the day, you're a good employee, so you got to stay employed. And then at night, you kind of collaborate with some of your coworkers, whatever, to try to, I guess it's the idea of trying to like overthrow the company or like try to steer them in the right direction. I think there's a heavy emphasis on like, AI is taking over.
Commentary.
Yeah, it's commentary on AI, especially with the theme of it being a production studio. And all that. So I'm expecting some good commentary over there, but also it's just so cute. Oh,
yeah, you can meow, you can paw at stuff. It's all the good stuff that you'd expect from a cat. So.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's easy to control too. So yeah,
I would think just having a cat at work is like a morale boost.
I would agree.
Yeah, like sometimes my cat just shows up.
And, you have a cat?
Yeah,
you gotta show me pictures later.
His name's Mr. Meowmers. He's a legend.
Oh, Mr. Meowmers.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta show me.
Shout out, Meowmers. What up?
Hey, hope you're watching.
I know he's watching. He's a big fan. He's a big supporter. I really respect that guy.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Meowmers, one of the most dedicated listeners of Podcast Unlocked. And because this is unlocked, we're going to now talk about the Xbox Partner Showcase that happened yesterday as of this recording. That was Wednesday. Wait, no. Yesterday was Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, March 26th.
Yes. Yeah. Damn.
Oh my God, it's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, bro. I just
Shouts out Brother Macy, if you out there.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, the second most dedicated Podcast Unlocked listener. I'm just making that up. But the Xbox Partner Showcase, third-party games coming up. There was a lot.
It was way more than I was actually expecting.
Yeah.
It was packed.
It was because there was a lot of world premieres, for lack of a better term, but we got to see a lot more of upcoming games that are pretty far out.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of 2027 games shown off during the showcase. Yeah, so that was cool. We're gonna run through a couple of them just to sum everything up, but we're gonna stop and talk about the big ones because the one coming up here, Miranda, I'm gonna need your expertise.
I'm ready. I have so many notes.
So first, they showed off Hunter the Reckoning Death Wish. That's coming summer 2027, and they're porting Wuthering Waves. So if you're a Genshin type of player,
you're a Woo-up person.
Are you Woo-a?
I'm not a Woo-a.
You're not Woo-a?
I'm too locked in on Genshin. I couldn't add Woo-a.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Woo-a?
So.
You gotta get on the Woo-a,
man.
man.
That's what we call it. I mean, it's Wuthering Waves.
Yeah, it's called Wuthering Waves.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but we say it's Woo-a.
Yeah.
You know?
It looked cool.
That's
I liked
abbreviated.
It.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's been out on other platforms.
For a long time.
Yeah, but now it's coming to Xbox.
That's why
it's great.
But one of the biggest ones they showed was The Expanse or Osiris Reborn. that's coming out spring 2027, and there's going to be a closed beta.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I was like, why does this have a beta?
It's next month. This game is a ways out.
Play it.
But there's a closed beta, so they're probably testing a few things.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, this isn't multiplayer. So I'm like, why do you have a beta? So this is, I'll just go ahead and jump in. Kind of a side story, side adventure to the Expanse series, if you know it. This game is supposed to be heavily inspired by Mass Effect, in which you see the videos of it. Owlcat has said it multiple times too. It's like, yeah, we like Mass Effect, and I'm like,
someone's got to make a Mass Effect game, right?
Yeah, and I mean, and The Expanse is a perfect match for it. So I've seen the show. I read the last book. Read James S.A. Corey's next collab book that they're starting. Anyway, so this one you get to do a custom captain, so you're not playing Holden. You get to just do your own thing. You have your own ship, and I think I'm really curious to see what sort of political intrigue they go here with this. So it is a side story, and it is something that was technically like completed. So Osiris was a stealth ship that was basically taken out, but not destroyed, in the mainline series. So it's like, oh, it's Osiris Reborn. So it's like, what does that mean? Yeah. So there's a lot of elements that just even in the trailer that I'm like, oh, that technically has a resolution in the end, but how is that going to impact this particular story? But I think this world is just like flush with side stories like this, so I think it could be really cool. And I do appreciate that they're not really trying to tread on like the known characters and mess with that. That is one of my favorite ways to see games come up within a franchise that's really big. It's like, don't touch the mainline stuff, don't touch those big characters, let them do their thing. Let us have a fun time. Let me make my own captain and figure out what I want to do with the massive politics of The Expanse.
Yeah. The Expanse universe is quite fascinating. I haven't watched the show, but I'm aware of it, and it's something that I want to get into because there is that sci-fi hole in my heart that has been left by the last time we saw Mass Effect, which was not the greatest version of Mass Effect with the Andromeda, but like I think that I could very easily get into The Expanse. Do you expect this to be a starting point for anyone who might be interested?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. Oh, my bad, dog.
It's hard to say because it's weird. If you've never seen anything from The Expanse and you watch the trailers, you're kind of getting spoiled on stuff.
Okay, really?
Like, honestly? Yeah, because some of the stuff that they just, like, brazenly show are, like, kind of big reveals as you get through it to, like, understand, like, what's happening in a lot of these places. And I think this maybe not be the best point to jump in. But at the same time, if you don't necessarily care about that kind of surprise continuity or spoilers, it could be good. It's hard to say again because I don't really know like how in depth they're going to go into explaining what this world is, what certain elements of things are that a certain corporation is messing with, and all of the cover-ups and again political dramas that kind of follow, the main crew at least.
That's cool.
But
I would have to imagine it's going to be pretty accessible. Like I don't think you have to read.
I imagine they would try to
5 books, 6 books, like it sounds like homework.
Yeah,
no way.
But there's many seasons of the show. Yeah. So I think it might be a little bit rough, but it feels like a nice treat for people like me who really love the show, who really love the books, and I'm like, give me more Expanse.
You gonna hop on this, Seth?
How you
feeling?
I mean,
should.
If it is something that doesn't require me to have I read the first book, but I didn't continue the series for no reason other than I got like a butterfly flew by and I got distracted by it. But like if it's something that I could just jump into and it's got intrigue and it's got like cool like stuff like that. And I love outer space. I love sci-fi. I'm like a crazy sci-fi kick. Like the Dune trailer got me once again. I'm back into sci-fi.
Yeah.
But if it's just something that you don't need to know everything about it, or you know what better. Better still, I'm hoping it's something that will make me want to then go and read all of them and then watch. That's the best stuff right there.
I like to think so. I think it would have some of that.
Cool. Yeah. So
we'll see.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn, that's going to be spring 2027, and there's going to be a closed beta on April 22nd, apparently. What is this? Okay, it's cool. Oh, yeah, sorry. Nick Lamone, my boy.
Shout out.
Real one. So
Nick,
shouts out to Nick. Cool. So, we also have Grave Seasons. So Grave Seasons is playable here on the show floor at the Blumhouse booth, but it is packed. Everyone's there. We didn't get a chance to get hands-on with it, but everyone saw it during the Xbox Partner Showcase. Miranda, you wanted to highlight this one.
Yeah, just to do it real quick. But basically, I love seeing the transformation of farming sims. Obviously, been popular for a very long time at this point. Cozy games are kind of just escalating.
Mm-hmm.
There's just more and more. And I like that we're starting to see a split into farming sims for being like a place to explore horror, which is not something you would imagine, right? Because it's like very cozy. And then I think if you can weave that together well and not just for the shock value, it can be like a really effective place to say like, hey, there's something wrong with this inherently like seemingly peaceful place. So that's something I'm really excited for between that and like Neverwhere, which is also in that vein of farming sim, kind of town sim that seems like it would be peaceful, except their color palettes like purples and grays and it's completely different.
Yeah.
They're just good vibes. Like that's exactly what I want to see as we get more and more farming sims. I want that big difference, and it's like a genre twist in a way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that it's coming out August 14th.
Cool. Yeah,
play
that is soon.
Love just the art style of it. It's
Yes.
just beautiful. And like you're saying, it's like a nice little twist on the way that farming sims are. By the way, go check out Fractured Blooms. I was trying to what is the name?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. That
Is that playable here?
I don't know. I played it at PAX West, so
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
But
think
that
I saw
is
the image for it.
that is an unsettling kind of
Okay.
turn
That's
on
what's
that.
all
It
about.
is. Yeah.
I can't handle like the big jump scares
No,
of like
this
Resident
is
Evil,
like-
but that kind of game, I want that eeriness.
Yeah,
It's-
I love eeriness. I love
Freaky.
I love like analog horror. I love like psychological horror,
Yep.
and that's what I gravitate towards. Not so much like the scary stabby kinds of games.
Nothing chase me, please.
Yeah.
Don't haunt me.
Yeah, there was
Grind me down
Yeah,
after
exactly.
hours and hours.
That's what
Yeah.
I want.
I keep my head on my shoulder or my head on a swivel type stuff. But at the showcase had a lot of variety. Serious Sam Shatterverse.
Oh yeah,
apparently there's gonna be a new Serious
Yeah,
Sam game.
Devolver is publishing that one.
That seems like a good fit. I mean, if you're washed up and played Serious Sam back in the day, like I did, it's a arcadey shooter, so it's cool.
Yeah,
to
it just
see
looks fun. It looks like
yeah,
a boomer
co-op,
shooter. Yeah.
co-op boomer shooter. But the game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time, since it was revealed during SGF last year, the new RGG studio game.
Oh
The
yeah.
folks behind Like a Dragon, behind Yakuza, Stranger Than Heaven.
Yeah.
We got a closer look during this Xbox showcase, and then they teased another closer look that's happening on May 6th.
Yeah.
And we did learn a lot, despite this teaser kind of being shorter.
Yeah.
We still saw a lot of it. Now, couple of details. I want to throw it to you, Seth, because I know you got hype when you were seeing it.
I got fired up.
Yeah, it's so interesting that they're doing 5 different eras in Japan.
Yes.
1915,
Yeah.
1929, 1943, 1951, and 1965. And it's so fascinating that these are like pivotal moments
Yeah.
in Japanese history. So I'm really interested to see how they weave like the civil situations, the societal change during those times in Japan, woven into their what they're known for is the crime stories,
Crime
and like
stuff. Yeah.
all the grimy stuff you can get into in the city streets. And they're also going to have 5 different locations along with those different eras.
Yeah.
So really fascinating stuff. That team is so good at world building and making a place feel alive, whether it's like the crowds, the mini games, the stories that they tell within them, how those places evolve over time. So this is like leaning into some of their best strengths on paper, at least. But from the trailer we saw at the Xbox showcase, how are you feeling?
I cannot wait to play this. I love anything historic, any game that throws you in a historical setting. I mean, obviously it's fanciful. No one in real life was jumping like 18 feet in the air and then punching somebody.
You sure?
As far as we know,
I mean, we'll see what happens later
it
on.
seems a little bit more grounded than how Yakuza has gone.
Yeah. But and also it does just push it a little bit to keep that
Just
like Yakuza sheen to it. But like, man, anytime you can visit a period in history that maybe like I'd have probably a better understanding of history than like most people, but I'm not like a professor. And I just love the opportunity to go like, 1915 Japan is so dramatically different from 1929. Like 1951 Japan is so dramatically different from 1964
Right.
Japan. Like
Huge.
all of that is just like these huge jumps in such a short amount of time. And like to be able to just make that into something that also is a fun game to play where you do get to jump 18 feet in the air and punch somebody in the face, or you're like, you get to take a Ford Model T sideways on like a mud road. Like, let's go. It's combining a lot of the things that I like into one, cohesive video game that this is probably, when this comes out, it's probably going to be like what consumes all of my time. Like, I'm so hyped for this one.
Miranda, how you feeling about Stranger Than Heaven?
Super excited.
Cool.
Exactly the same as Seth. I'm
we're
ready
vibing.
for it. I want to know more in May.
Yeah.
Hurry up, May.
It's like
That's so.
Yeah, I think
also
that's the thing. Is just like
the teaser about the teaser. I was like, oh, this is so cool, and they're like, we'll show you more.
Yeah, you could have just done it now, but I imagine they're going to go pretty deep with this if they're.
if they want to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
that makes a lot of sense.
Oh my god.
RGG has done like Yakuza Directs, and sometimes it's like, you didn't. This could have been an email type thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is one where like it's a new IP. They're exploring different mechanics. They're weaving in a lot of the Judgment detective stuff into it as well, from what we saw last time. So it feels like it's a pretty ambitious game, and I can't wait to see more of that.
Heck yeah.
But in the showcase, we also got Super Meat Boy 3D, which is out next week, as if we are recording this. So you got.
It is not here though, right?
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
It's a bummer.
At least I didn't see it.
Show me that Meat Boy 3D. Forever ago, fall 2026, that's coming out. It's more of I wouldn't say cozy. It's like a narrative life sim.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Looks like it's gonna be heartbreaking if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Ascend to Zero, that's out July 26th. Dispatch is getting its Xbox version in summer 2026 as well. So if you haven't touched Dispatch yet, and it's coming to Xbox, you gotta hop on that. It's a very, very good game. One of the top games of last year. Alien Deathstorm coming out in 2027. Frog Squad, which is like a co-op puzzle platformer. It's really cute. That's coming out this summer as well, June 2026. Bluey's Happy Snaps. Any Bluey fans up in here? No.
No.
No, I have adult.
Yeah,
children.
you have adult children. That's a thing. It's like you got to have. I feel like anyone I know has like the age range.
Kids.
Yeah, little kids right now.
Like they swear by Bluey, and even adults are like, "Yo, Bluey kind of hits."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see like an executive wearing like Bluey socks.
Yeah.
Suit. Yeah.
It's like, what is going on here? Like Bluey's got some storytelling, is what I'll say. But Happy Snaps is a video game that you will be able to play on fall.
It looked really cute.
Yeah. One that I want to talk about real quick is Stalker 2: Cost of Hope. I reviewed Stalker: Heart of Chernobyl 2 years ago for IGN.com.
I did not remember that.
Yeah,
it's 2 years already.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Dang.
That was my first appearance on Unlocked was to talk about Stalker 2, my review.
Oh, it's your origin story. Okay.
Yeah. And I gave that game an 8. I really liked it a lot. It's janky as hell when it came out, but man, that game comes around. If you love sicko like Eastern European shooter sims, Stalker 2 actually has like really good storytelling in it as well. And the reason why I'm excited for this DLC is because it's leaning into that. It's like there's a lot of unanswered questions in the zone based off of what happened in Heart of Chernobyl. So we're going to explore more of that. And this is actually the second game in what they're trying to call like the new Stalker trilogy. So the original one, they had a base game and they had 2 expansions.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the second expansion in this new vision for Stalker. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this. And I could use some more Stalkers. So if you haven't played Stalker 2, I think that's on Game Pass. That is an Xbox. That is one that they have championed. That Xbox has championed for a long time. So keep an eye out for that. You do need the base game, and you need to make it to a certain point in the base game to get to this. So it's not a standalone thing, unfortunately.
Makes sense.
And the other one I want to talk about is Musa Dirty Fate.
That got me fired up too.
This game looks dirty.
Yeah.
This looks sick.
I'm excited for that because this is a game set in feudal Korea.
Yes.
Which is, 10 years ago, I was like, I want to learn about the history of Korea beyond just the 20th century. I couldn't find a damn book anywhere about it that was in the English language. So, now you can. And so I'm excited to, visit this sort of fantastical world of set in this period, which I know very little to nothing about. Hell yeah. It looked, and plus it just looked gnarly as hell.
Yeah, this is it seems like it's a Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to this. It's nice to see exploring Korean culture and Korean history along with through video games. So Xbox has been championing a lot of these different games. And to go through the last couple ones before we wrap up here, The Eternal Life of Goldman, which is a cartoon-ish. That was crazy.
That cool.
2D Metroidvania style game with a really strange art style. Vaunted, coming out in 2026. Hades 2 is coming to Xbox next month.
Nice.
And a new game called Artificial Detective. which is a retrofuturism, third-person detective game. Really interested to see more of that. That was the first time we've ever seen it. So if you want to know more, there's an Xbox Wire article on it, and we have covered it here at IGN.com. It's a debut game from a new studio, so I can't wait to see what that is. And any last words about the showcase before we get to our last sort of segment here at PAX 2026?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I know some people were kind of harping on it, but I was like, I mean, it's a partner showcase. What do you?
Yeah.
It's not going to be like.
You're not gonna get the next
crazy.
Halo on it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be like,
right.
why would that be there? Yeah, so I thought it was cool. It was like
Yeah.
a little. I always say this, but Xbox usually has a little bit something for everybody, right?
Yes.
Like all
Good
sorts
variety.
of age levels, all sorts of interests. So I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of good partnerships with a lot of variety. Also, the Japanese developers always coming through, showing things on Xbox is still crazy to me, but I love to see get that support. So now we are going to turn to the audience.
Oh,
I
what's
suppose.
up, audience?
Yeah, where's my boy Nick Lamone? I need.
Nick Lamone.
Hey, you got me here on the
Oh,
mic right
yes.
now over in the trolley backyard. What's up, man? What do you got for me?
Shall we head over there?
What do you got for the audience?
If anyone's out there, I want to. If anyone has any opinions, this is one thing we want to ask the audience.
Yeah, go for it.
What's the one thing that you want from the next Xbox console?
Oh,
One thing.
I like that.
All right, the one thing we want for the next audience. Now, don't mean to put you on the spot, sir, but if you mind, could you say your name for the camera?
Yeah, Joshua.
All right, Joshua, what would you like to see from the next Xbox?
Honestly, I just want to see more games. Like, I'm looking forward to Fable.
More games.
And I want to see more games like Fable come out. You know, I'm
Fable.
huge into Xbox back in the day. I kind of got off of them a little bit, and I want to get back in there. So I want to see those games come in, rapid fire.
Cool.
You heard it here first. First party titles, it sounds like. Stuff that makes the console stand out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, some things like the showcase and sort of all the studios that Xbox has under its umbrella. I feel like we've always been like, okay, when are they gonna really hit us with the wave of games that we're expecting? I think I expect that to coincide with a new console, just by virtue of things lining up.
Yep.
And I think that's what everyone expects too. I mean, obviously, like someone is out here like, yeah, I just kind of want games. That's what I buy a console for, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone else that wants to hit us with one thing that they want from the next Xbox console?
Yeah, I think we've got one more, actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Real quick, would you mind saying your name for the camera, please?
Sure, Aaliyah.
Hi, Aaliyah. So what do you think?
I'd like to see expanded backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Any game in particular that stands out to you? It's okay if not. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm gonna. Can I answer for you selfishly?
All right, Nick.
Lost Odyssey. Bring it back, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right, back to you guys.
All right. So,
Thanks.
let's see. Do we have time for anything else, or shall we wrap up?
I think unfortunately that's about all the time we have left in the
Dang,
backyard.
Oh man, they're kicking us out of the backyard.
Sun's going down. Mom's telling us to come
Gotta
inside.
Pack
Oh.
up, take our.
Yeah.
Well,
take our
take all
sour
the
bread
stuff with
crawlers.
us. Yeah.
I've actually eaten
I
almost
keep
all of
stealing
them.
some.
This dude's Seth's bag is done. This
There's
fool's
one
been
left.
chomping on
Is
it
it
the
is
entire
it the,
time.
Oh, it's not the one I
Oh.
want.
Well,
I've
that's
been
all
trying
you,
to
baby.
steal the little pinkish red and blue ones.
Nice.
It's been good. It's good.
Well, I've had a great time here, but it is now someone else's turn on the Xbox. So, Miranda, anything you want to plug before we head out?
Use IGN guides. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Seth, anything that you want to plug?
Yes, you should follow IGN Finds
Ooh.
on all social media platforms because I run them and I do everything. I'm a one-man army. Hey, son. I've never been taken out. I keep MCs looking out.
Oh, and he's got bars, man.
Damn.
All right. Oh, I'm just so happy I got to collab with y'all. It's
Yeah.
always nice to see
Hell yeah.
Miranda.
Yeah, guys, to do this in person.
I know.
It's just
Yeah.
a different vibe.
It's a different vibe.
It is. It
It's
rules.
so
I
much
miss
better.
it.
And there were
Miss it.
snacks. They gave us snacks.
Yeah, come on, IG. Give us snacks at
More
home.
snacks.
No, Seth, it's so good to see you, man.
Likewise.
Rarely do we get to collab, but here, very special moment. So, yeah, thank you all for watching Podcast Unlocked. Stay locked in. We're doing this every week over on IGN.com, YouTube.com/@IGN. Keep up with, or IGN Games, if you want to keep up with the podcast itself. But for us, here at PAX East 2026, that's all we got. Stick with IGN for all your coverage of games. We're going to be covering PAX beyond this And listen to Beyond also and NBC, all of our friends at IGN. We got so many podcasts, including Unlocked, so stay locked in. All right, peace, y'all. Bye.